Welcome back to Access Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda, and I'll be doing a walkthrough review of Magi episode 14. Now, if you remember from last episode, we find out Alibaba's on his way to the palace. At the same time, we find out the current king of Bolbat has shiny new toys. Apparently, he just got elite guards as a wedding gift, and he automatically decides, let's kill Alibaba with my new shiny toys. How's that working out for you, buddy? Each one of them were defeated one after the next, and eventually Morgana jumps in, helps Alibaba out, and now he's in the throne room. Now, while Morgana's taking care of the monkeys, and Alibaba's already defeated his next fight versus a guy that's dressed up as a cheetah. Looks like he's a cheetah. He's been defeated already. He makes his way to the throne room. Now, ironically, we're taken to a different scene with Sinbad. Now, Sinbad had this whole plan set in motion, and Alibaba wrecked it, so he had to push it aside and basically clean up Alibaba's mess and head to the palace. But we still don't know what his plans are. We don't know what he's up to. Just putting that out there. Now, back to the throne room, I should point out the Deputy King. Man, does he step up. He basically does a coup d'etat, takes over the whole kingdom in general, and says, guess what? The current king of Bolbat, Alibaba's here, I'm siding with him. He tells all the guards, lay down your arms. You guys are done. Let these two talk. And he closes off, everyone in general says, you know what, let them have space. Let Alibaba talk to the current king of Bolbat. And that's how the episode actually ends. And again, I'll hold my final thoughts and rating at the end of the clip, so stay tuned. But let's dive right on in. So we open up this brand new episode with the Deputy King, ironically. And again, he's ordering his guards to don't disturb, the current king of Bolbat while he's talking with Alibaba. That sounds kind of sound and, perfect, right? I mean, he just took over the kingdom just so Alibaba could talk to his brother, so... Okay, I want to see where this is going to go, but we're taken to a different scene. Now, if you remember Kei Kuban, he is the subordinate underneath the current, well, I should say one of the princesses of the Ku Empire. Her name's Ren, and he's healing Judel still. Now, if you're watching Judel, you're wondering, he's got black and gold butterflies? What does that mean? We don't know. I don't know. I seriously don't. Why does he have two colors? Two color of butterflies. One's gold, one's black. We really don't know. But again, that's where we open up with. Moving up past that to a different scene, actually. Morgana. All I can say is, wow, she's still fighting the monkeys. Now, the Monkey King she killed, she defeated in the last episode. But, yeah, there's a big but here. Ready? But she's mopping the floor with these little monkeys. And eventually, she finishes up. And I like where it went. So we are taken to a different scene with the current king of Bolbat. And he wises up. And he notices it was the Deputy King who was leaking out information to the Fog Troop. So he caught on. I don't know why he didn't catch on before. Maybe because his life wasn't at risk. That's all I can say about that. So moving on to a different scene with the current king of Bolbat. He tries to BS his way out of really talking with Alibaba by degrading, the Deputy King, saying, well, you've got big shoes to fill, I've left this big mess you got to clean. I mean, these people aren't easy to, watch and monitor, so to speak. So I was like, what is he doing? He's basically trying to talk Deputy King out of his role as Deputy King just to stall time until the wedding's probably, the next day. I don't know where he was going with that, but it was just really annoying. He's just bad-mouthing his little brother to an extent, and then bad-mouthing himself, saying, if you dethrone me, you've got a lot of shit to deal with. To each their own, who cares? But we are taken to a different scene, however, and Alibaba basically steps up and says, stop. Stop BSing your brother. Stop talking down to the Deputy King. I mean, the Deputy King is not a coward. He is brave. He's a hero. I mean, what he did, he gave all this information to the Fog Troop. He basically was standing up to his brother, even if it was in secret, but he was doing something. And again, Alibaba is praising him. More power to you, man. That's all I got to say about that. However, the King of Bolbat pulls out a sword and attacks. He just goes straight on, and he's like, he's going to do something? Nah, didn't happen. That's all I can say about that. However, that was kind of childish, though. Now, we are taken to a different scene with the Princess of the Ku Empire, Ren. She appears out of nowhere, and she's basically like, well, what's up? What's going on here? So, that was like her 5 seconds Hall of Fame there, just, little split scene. So we're taken to a different scene with the 3 thieves that rob Sinbad, just a little brief scene, and they're running away, it looks like. And I think they were talking about, Sinbad's dodges, whether to give him back or not, something along those lines. But that's all, a little cutscene there, nothing really, not a lot of information. However, overhead we can see butterflies, a shitload of them. I don't know where they're going or why they're showing up. They just are, all these butterflies. So we are taken to a different scene with Judel and apparently Aladdin. So Judel and Aladdin are now getting all these butterflies. Yeah, we're seeing like little cutscenes between both of them, and they're getting all these butterflies, and we don't know why. Are they about to power up and do something? We don't really know. But we do see a guy, it looks like a man on top of one of these structures. We don't know who he is, but he's just like watching over everything. And we don't know his identity. Or maybe he's a Magi. We don't know. Maybe a Dajin user? No, we don't know. So we are taken to a different scene with the princess yet again, and she's introducing herself. So if you didn't know her already, guess what? This is her formal introduction. So she's the 8th imperial princess of the Ku Empire, and her name is, I'm not going to say her name. It starts with a K, but we call her Ren. It's Ren. Okay, end it there. I'm not going to butcher her name. It's just Ren. Okay, that's the 8th imperial princess of the Ku Empire. Her name's Ren. So she introduces herself as that, and she basically meets her love, or per se, the person she was going to meet. She was hoping he was going to be beautiful, and he's a pig. Literally a little childish pig. So she's, not interested, but you know what? Technically, he's not the king anymore. That's what Banker actually interrupts and says, you know what? Technically, he's not the king. Alibaba and the deputy king are, talking. Technically, the deputy king is the king right now, and Alibaba would be next in line. So technically, Banker's right, but I don't know why he chimed in like that. I thought he was on the current king's side. Wow, he's definitely a turncoat. Just putting that out there. So we are taken to a different scene now, kind of like the end results type of a scene. Now apparently they want to select a new king now. End result, you have a kingdom, but with no king. You just dethroned the king, so what are you going to do? Who's next in line? The deputy king. The deputy king is next in line, but he says no. Why? I guess he's really, apparently he felt because he's been taking part in talking with his brother, and he knew about everything but didn't have enough balls to really do stuff to an extent. He was going to make a horrible king. So we are taken to a different scene, and the eyes fall on Alibaba. And guess what? Drum roll? No, screw it. No drum roll. He says no. He doesn't want to become king. I'm like, really? Why? So everyone is stunned. So there's no king of Bulbad? Really? How's that going to work out for you? Everyone keeps saying, no, we don't want to be king. And one's been dethroned, so we are taken to a different scene. Now, it's a request actually made by Alibaba to the princess, basically to annul the treaty for, the human rights they had between the Ku Empire and Bulbad that was made by the previous king, which was just dethroned. So that's kind of interesting, that request he made. But it's more of a WTF in the next scene. So we have a WTF moment. We see Alibaba, and he is pissed because, you know what? This princess ain't backing down. And, you keep hearing the current king of Bulbad going on. It's like, yeah, he's just running his mouth, kind of. I just don't even want to go there. I don't like the guy. But anyways, back to Alibaba. He is pissed. And you know what? He says, guess what? Immediately, as of right now, Bulbad's monarchy ceases to exist. There's no more kings. You're like, what? Did he just do that? I think he just did that. He just annexed himself as well as, all the kings, everything. So there's no more. Bulbad no longer is ruled by kings. So there's no more monarchy. It's like, can you do that? It's like, wait, no, he just did that. Now apparently he wants to create the People's Republic. Congress, Democrat, that kind of build up, like the US kind of, like we're not run by monarchs, but we have our own political system. So he wants to establish the freedom for people within a political society. I was like, wow, I did not see that coming. I thought he'd become king or pawn it off to the deputy king, but no. So I'm kind of stunned. Are you stunned? I'm stunned. So we're taking to a different scene now. Apparently, I like this scene probably the most. No, not really. So we actually see Sinbad. He actually appears finally when Alibaba had everything perfect with 3 diplomatic directors. Apparently these 3 diplomatic directors are from 3 other countries that are part of the Seven Seas Alliance. Now apparently the Seven Seas Alliance has 7 other countries which they're allied with. So it's pretty strong, and I believe Sinbad's the head of this. And it's kind of amazing, but he appears at the last moment when no one really gives a damn. This could have been helpful at the start, not the end. But I know it takes time to get these guys overseas, but, still, better late than never. We'll go with that. So we're taken to a different scene with Sinbad, and he's actually very surprised what Alibaba was able to achieve, how he's able to get this far, have the Deputy King's support, have, all of this said and done with the princess. So he's definitely, shocked, stunned, but happy with the end results. Now, I should say the princess is still there taking all this in, so we're taken to a different scene with Sinbad, and he basically adds Bulbad's people, his republic, to the alliance. Did that make sense? Let me say it one more time. Sinbad wants to add the new People's Republic of Bulbad to his alliance, making it the 8 Seas alliance instead of the 7. Kind of interesting. I mean, it would fall under the protection, technically, of Sinbad and the 7 other countries, so it makes sense. But they don't have a ruler right now, so I don't know how that's going to work. Just putting that out there. So we're taking to a different scene. Now, I have to point this out. The princess is actually pissed right now, and you see her subordinate. I call him K in general, and K's not happy, but he's like, you know what? No, the princess is not going to like this. She's going to say no. She's not going to accept this. And apparently, the King Sinbad in general wants to continue to know more about what's going on. I thought it was kind of funny. It's like, okay, what's going to happen? Now, here's the catch. The princess, she's okay with it because she didn't want to marry that guy to begin with. So she tells Sinbad, guess what? If this is true, since Alibaba said, yeah, it was in the works, we were going to side with them to begin with, we were going to join their alliance. Sinbad backs it up as well, because apparently a couple, the previous 2 kings, Sindra's been really close with Bulbad, so it's already an established alliance, technically. So the princess says, well, I can't make any real authority right here, because I'm not the king of the Ku Empire, but let me talk to Daddy, or let me talk to the king in general about this. But you know what? I'm not going to go empty-handed. Sinbad, I want you to actually come to the Ku Empire and explain yourself in front of, the king about what's gone on. And then she blushes, so she can't wait to see him, and then she leaves. Now, Banker, I really don't like this guy, but he likes to butt in a lot. I don't know where he stands right now, but he's got butterflies. So Banker has all these butterflies around him. It's kind of unique. I don't know why. And I think Joodle's actually been left behind in Banker's hands. I believe that's what was said. Now we are taken to a different scene with Alibaba. After all this good news has happened, he talks to the people, gives this amazing speech. Not super amazing, but it's amazing in my opinion. And basically tells everyone, guess what? You guys, there's no longer a monarchy here. You guys are free. At first I thought they were going to lynch him, because they look that way, but they don't. The build-up takes 3 minutes to get through, kind of. And the end result being they're okay with what's happened, and he explains you guys are a free republic, or I should say, the People's Republic of Bulbad. You no longer have a monarchy. You guys already were saving yourselves. You were protecting yourselves, your kids. It's about time we establish our own rules. So apparently, Alibaba wants to rewrite the penal system, as well as the laws, the rules, and all that jazz. But he needs the people's help. They want to elect officials and all that good stuff, and they're on board. They are 100% on board. Now, remember that guy I told you that was on top of the structure, that we don't know who he is? It sounds like he wants to intervene. He was monitoring everything. He's like, it looks like the tides have changed yet again. And you're like, wait a minute, so Alibaba just made a positive thing out of a bad thing. How is it going to change again? Oh, it gets worse. In my opinion, it gets worse. Toward the end of the episode, we see Chasm. Guess what? The revolution is here. That's right, Chasm has all these people around him, and they want to revolt against what's happening right now. I'm not sure if they know what's happening, but that's where the episode ends. As per my final thoughts, well, first of all, Chasm, do you know what Alibaba just did? Or are you seriously going to take your ex-best friend out and screw everything he just achieved? We don't know. As for Sinbad, are you actually going to go to the Ku Empire? I mean, what's that really going to do for yourself? Who knows? It's diplomacy, Go with it. Now, I don't know if Bulbad's actually going to join the 7 Seas Alliance, but I can't wait to find out. And is Alibaba, well, not so much Alibaba, but is Aladdin as well as Joodle going to wake up from their slumber? And what's up with all the butterflies? We'll find out hopefully next episode. And that is it for my final thoughts. As per my rating, wow, I gotta take a deep breath. It's automatically a 4 out of 5, but I wanted to give this a 4.5 out of 5. But there really were no major fight scenes, because technically, we do see the Bulbad King attack. He pulled a blade, or I should say a sword out, but that really didn't count. Then we saw Morgana, but that was the ending of last episode's fight, so that doesn't count. Was there emotion, drama? Emotional stuff? No. Drama? Yeah, there was a power struggle, so it was definitely there. Did we get information? Yeah, a little information was thrown at us. I just like the climax of this episode was amazing. So again, final rating, 4 out of 5. And again, that is it for my walkthrough review of Magi episode 14. Guys, definitely comment down below, let me know, thumbs up, thumbs down, definitely subscribe, check me out on Twitter, and follow me if you like. Also, check my forum out and register for it, and check my websites out. But let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know what you think about the next episode that's actually coming out. I mean, I can't wait to see it after what we saw in this episode. But guys, I gotta hit the bricks, I gotta go, and this is my last review for today. Until hopefully Thursday, we'll see. So before I go, guys, I gotta say it, and I always say it. You can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.